Hello Darts Nutz, welcome to Darts Review channel. So in this video, this time it's the parallel profile of the NX90, and as I've mentioned before, the NX90 is a really nice dart, and it's nice that they just brought out some different shapes, because obviously people have to have their own kind of shape and grip, but they put that grip on the Ryan Sale darts, so that tells you how nice it is. So let's check them out. I'm reviewing the 23 gram version, the 90% tungsten, hence the name NX90, and they're available in a range of weights: steel tip 22, 23, 24, 26 gram and soft tip 18 and 20 gram, and the retail for quite reasonable £35.95. So we've got the NX90 parallel profile, and again it comes in this strikingly yellow and black cardboard packaging. Inside you've got a black inlay holding everything in place, and once again comes in the little rubber dart holder. I actually quite like them. Wish you could actually buy them, I don't know whether you can. And they're fitted with the Super Grip MIDI stems and supplied with the nice looking NX90 100 micron flights. So the darts fit with a black coated point, and as mentioned, it's the parallel profile, although you got the tapered nose there, and I'm not 100% sure. It almost looks like it's gently tapering on that rear section. But it comes with the NX90 grip, which is a mix of ring and groove and kind of like scallop rings, so quite a decent amount of grip on it. And like I said before, the NX90 when it first came out, it was a rather nice dart just of its own right, and it had kind of like its own shape, so I don't know whether people were actually asking for other shapes, but I think it was okay as it was, and it kind of worked well for many just as it was. But anyway, at least we've got some more choice, so I suppose that's good. And there's the Super Grip MIDI stems and the quite striking looking NX90 black and yellow flights. As you can see, it's got a tapered nose, which kind of like a flared out section, almost like a curved taper. And then, as you've seen before, the NX90 grip, it's a mix of thin ring and grooves, and then these kind of like almost like a scallop ring, almost. As you can see, the curved rings, and then you get sections of very thin triple rings and widely spaced grooves in between, some more of them curved rings, and then for somebody a DSS around the middle, or you could just say it's a big wide ring. And then some more of the triple thin rings, and then a kind of more normal thin ring grip, but quite widely spaced deep square cut grooves, and just a small smooth section on the end of the barrel. So there you go, that's the close look at the Harrows NX90 parallel. That's fit with a black coated 27mm point. You've got that flared taper 4.7mm, and then a mix of thin ring and groove and the kind of like scalloped rings, that's 13mm, and then some triple thin rings and a single scallop ring, including the grooves either side, 10.2mm, and then the wide ring, or DSS if you want to call it that, 3.4mm, some more triple rings, 5.2mm, and then some thin ring and groove section, 12.8mm, and a small smooth part on the end, 1.7mm, length 51mm, widest 6.6mm. 23.11 grams, 23.05 grams, and 23.10 grams. Full setup 24.89 grams. Here's the balance with nothing attached and with the supplied setup. And this is the balance with medium in between short nylon stems and standard flights. Probably that front section is maybe the grippiest, 7.5 for that and 7 for the rear. Let's give them a throw and see how they go. Oh, treble 5 champion, right on the edge of the wire. It's just the green, it just attracts me all the time. Hands are freezing. But this has definitely got more like the original NX90 grip. The Ryan Sail version, it didn't seem as grippy, whereas this one, it's quite grippy on the front part where I'm holding it, and definitely prefer that. But it's going through the air rather nice, quite stable actually. It's not a totally straight barrel though. You've obviously seen it in the dimensions when I've done it. Thing with me is I have quite bad astigmatism, so even now when I'm looking at it, it's hard for me to see, but I do see like a little bit of a taper right at the end, but the barrel itself is the same width right up to the edge of that DSS, and then after that it tapers, so it gets thinner. So it's not a totally straight barrel, even though it's called parallel. But it feels nice to throw. So it may be ever so slightly front bias because of that taper on the rear. So I'm going to move towards the middle, and it's still fairly grippy there, even though that DSS is there. It's not like a huge one, so I'm still getting some grip from the triple thin rings. It's actually flying quite flattish. Oh. That first one went really nice. The other ones were quite smooth through the air, but obviously they weren't on target. One more try from the mid. Yeah, I think mid grippers will be fine. So I'll try the rear part. Now, it's still grippy on the rear, but I don't know if it's because it's starting to taper a little bit. It just feels a little bit more grippy on that front. Oh, that one went the smoothest out of them all there, but not on target. So another try. I think I'm slightly improving from the rear grip, but I'd improve even more if I could play for longer, but I can't. I just can't play that much with a stinking elbow. One more try, because this is my problem. I get addicted to try and to achieve something, and then before I know it, I've been playing for too long, and then my elbow kills me the next day. Oh, that was just too hard, that. Snake's rumbling. Oh, yeah. I think I'll give up, because it's not helping my elbow, but again, it'll be fine for rake grippers there. And the whole barrel's got a decent amount of grip, the full length. Very nice from the front for me. I do like them, but I still think I like the original ones. I don't know what it was about them original ones, but there was something really special about them for me, and I still use them. They're still on my table there, so I do play with them every now and then. But I think if you're into your more straight barrel style, then it's definitely worth giving these a look. And for the price, it's worth a try anyway. I mean, what was it? Only about 35, 36 quid, whatever it is. So you're not like losing out massively. So it's still nice to see darts around that price. And although it's a fairly simple style of barrel, it's still a nice one. So I'll leave you with the gallery so you can have a better look at them, and I'll see you on the next one. Happy darting.